Hey, it's Aaron from GameEnthus.com, and today I'm taking a look at a single to two player legacy card game called Deck of Wonders from Dennis Furia. So in Deck of Wonders, you take the role as someone who has stolen an artifact of seemingly unlimited power from Fate herself, which has made you, as the description says, very popular in kind of all the wrong ways. So in Deck of Wonders, you stole something very powerful. Stealing this power is quite the bold move. Now Fate is working along with villains and the villains' minions to come at you for stealing, which makes perfect sense. As I mentioned earlier, this is a prototype version, so some of the art is closer to being final or is final, and some is placeholder. So just keep that in mind. Let's kind of dig into it. So in Deck of Wonders, you're going to start off with a Deck of Wonders, and you have a player card with various details about how you're supposed to play, the player turn, the villain's turn, a health tracker there, and you have a nice little, well, got kind of cut off there, but you have a nice little arrow there to point to the number. So you can move this around, or you can just take like a piece from something else and put it on the health.
It still points, doesn't it?
Stop that!
So you have 30 health, and you have a wide variety of cards to use. There's a couple of systems for how you're supposed to construct your deck. You can do what's called Trusted Deck, which consists of the Pixie Mesmerist, Lightning, the Earth Shield, because I could show you what some of them look like. Do appreciate some of the variety of the characters. So let me just show you, for example, this is the spell card. So when this comes out, you would resolve it right away. And each card has two sides. So the side with 3 icons at the top is your side, and the side with 2 are your enemies. So Cullen the Spoiled Prince is the first villain that you'll face. So Cullen has his own set of cards. Some which are pretty mean. So his cards work the same way. So what you're actually doing is combining 7 different sets of 4 from your deck with the villain's deck. And you both are going to share cards, essentially. So I said you have spell cards, which you resolve immediately if you can. And then you have minion cards. Minions will come out and fight on your behalf, and there's iconography that's pretty important. So in the upper left corner is how much damage your minion can do. In the middle there is the priority. So the higher the number, the higher the priority of that minion. That plays into how the villain's characters attack you. That plays into how the villain's minions will attack you in what order. Your highest priority, your minions have to be played out in such a way where the highest priority is furthest to the left. And then on the far right in the upper corner is your health. So the Pixie Mesmerist doesn't really do a great deal of damage and doesn't have that much health. Whereas the flip side, her villain version has similar stats, but just no priority. So I'll show you how that works in a moment. Another spell card, keep in mind this is a prototype, as Lightning Strike. So this spell will cost you a discarded card. So you have to discard a card in order to play this at all in front of you. And you would destroy a minion with 2 or less base health, and then you would draw another card. It's pretty useful when you're able to use it offensively. When you're defending against it, that's different. But there's a wide variety of cards here. I went ahead and only really messed around with the Trusted Deck as a beginner. So you have another card, is the Gnomish Servant. So when you play this card, you get to draw another card. This character can do 1 damage and has 1 health, but their priority is quite low. You have the Pixie Cavalry, another starter one, and then the Gust of Wind. Destroy all minions with base 1 health. That's pretty good. So of course, like any game like this, it's all about, what you draw and how you do it. This is truly a legacy game. So these are legacy packs that you will add. So as you make certain progress with Cullen, the Spoiled Prince, you will eventually unlock Cullen's faded form, which, well, I don't want to spoil it for you, but if you could imagine someone who's backed against the wall, thinks they're going to lose, they might go sort of scorched earth, if that makes sense to you. I mean, that's Cullen's tantrum. Anyway, but this is a legacy game. There's going to be stickers and ways of marking cards and things that you're going to basically tell a full story. If I'm recalling correctly, the idea, a part of this game, according to Dennis, was, I believe he has a family and life, and he's busy. So he wanted a game he could pull out, spend maybe 10 to 20 minutes playing, but something that would grow and augment. So he created a single-player legacy card game. You can play with two people, making, I believe, co-op decisions about how you play your cards out. So I'm going to take the Trusted deck, which is sort of the starter deck, and I'll take the Villains deck. So you have Cullen the Villain here. He's a villain, in case you didn't know. It says villain, so just in case you were wondering, Cullen is a villain. So I have my health and stuff here. Cullen's is here. He's at full health, so I'll just put him at 20. I am at 30. Yay, me. And then there's some more details on the detail about Cullen. One of the conditions to unlock some of the extras is on your 5th win versus Cullen, open villain Aurora and her cards. So you have to meet certain conditions to unlock other things, which makes sense. Gives you an objective, gives you something to work towards, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to take these two decks and combine them and show you a couple of turns. Okay, so I would get 4 cards. Cullen would get 3, 4 for the first hand. Also keep in mind, one thing I have not stressed or even mentioned, which is weird, is that the overall goal is to bring the villain's health down to 0. So you want to bring your villain's health down to 0. So one thing to keep in mind is, as the player, you always have an option of having your minions attack Cullen. However, that also means that you might not be attacking Cullen's minions who are attacking you. So you have to sort of balance out, should I use this character to take a really good swing and hit Cullen or any villain, or should I focus on wiping these minions out of the way with maybe 1 or 2 cards and use the other ones to ultimately attack the villain? So just some things to think about. Let's see what I have here. Okay, so I have the Gnomish Servant. I have the Ent Tree Herd, which costs, I have to discard 1 card to use it, but when I play, I get drawn another card. I have a Pixie Mesmerist here. Doesn't do a lot of damage or anything, but she kind of, I don't know, she kind of goes up front, which is weird because she can't do much damage and doesn't have that much health. And then I have a Lightning Strike. But the Lightning Strike also requires me to discard a card to use it. Let's see. Cullen has 3 spells. Interesting. How did that happen? Let me turn these around to the villain side. So Cullen has 2 baited traps, so destroy the lowest priority player minion and destroy all player minions with 1 health. Let's see how these are going to resolve. I can't use this one yet. The lowest priority. So if I put out the Pixie Mesmerist as a 4 priority, she goes up first. I can't put the Ent Tree Herd out yet because I need to discard a card to do that. Same with the Lightning Strike. Oop. So I will put out the Gnomish Servant. So these will come out exhausted and not doing anything. So 3 spells for the villain. Wow. Destroy the lowest priority player minion. So I won't even get a chance to play this because this spell completely eliminates my Gnomish Servant. That's unfortunate because I really wanted to use that. Destroy all player minions with 1 health base. Pixie Mesmerist has 2, so that's not going to do anything. But this one, the baited trap, once again, is destroy the lowest priority player minion, which would mean I only have 1, so she's going to get destroyed, and the spell gets used. Oh boy, off to a great start here. So I'm going to draw 1, and okay. So I'm going to get rid of I'm going to get rid of my Gnomish Servant and discard that one to play the Ent Tree Herd. Okay. Hopefully that will make sense. So destroy all minions with 1 base health. The Ent Tree Herd has, sorry, they should be exhausted. Tree Herd has 3 base health, so that's not going to do anything to them. And this does not say draw a card, so it's just going to go away. Oop, wait a minute, I did the wrong side. Nope, but it's the same action. Sorry. So now I'm not exhausted. There are no minions to attack. So then Tree Herd does 3 damage on their turn. Oh, they also draw a card. Forgot about that. Oh, look at that. Another Gnomish Servant who can also draw another card. Ooh, Forest Troll. Okay, I can't play this one yet because I have to discard 2 cards to play the Forest Troll. So now that these cards are here, collectively they do 4 damage. So I'm going to take Cullen down to 16. Cullen was at 20, and now Cullen is down to 16. That is my turn. I'm going to draw another card. Keep drawing Forest Trolls. And let's see what the villain has. Okay, I do not like this card. This is the Reinforced Dam. This is a taunt. You must destroy this minion before attacking any minion or villain without taunt. So they do no damage. It's basically just beavers building a dam of protection. They do no damage at all, but it's 4 health, which I find quite vexing. So in the same way that collective attack strength can be used to attack any one of my cards, I can do the exact same here. So this is going to do 0 damage to me. I do 3, I don't destroy it. 0 damage. I do 1, I don't destroy it. So I guess it's still kind of hanging out. Or I guess it doesn't really make any difference because collectively they would do 4. So if they were to, on our turn, we do 4 damage. This is destroyed. But they still hang out there, which is good. So I draw another card. Ooh, a baited trap. And the villain plays a lightning strike, which is destroy the highest priority player minion. That sucks. I like that entry hurt a whole lot. It was fun while it lasted. And then the spell goes away. Alright, the Gnomish Servant is still around to do a single damage to Cullen. This is Regeneration. If a minion is on top of the discard pile, put it into play. That's moot because there is no minion on top, but it does say draw a card. I'm not supposed to draw first. That's fine. I screwed that up. So they're going to draw a card, and they're going to put the Poison Toad into play. And I guess I should do something as well. Alright, I'm not going to put anything else out. I don't have 3 Forest Trolls. So, get a good look at the Poison Toad. Poison Toad is pretty powerful because it poisons things. So it just says destroy any minion this minion deals damage to. So, what that means is I'd be exhausted. Poison Toad is going to attack my Gnomish Servant and do a single, and it does 1 damage to it. So it's going to kill it, but the Gnomish Servant also responds in kind, so they're both going to kill each other. And they're gone. So my hand is getting pretty big here. So I'll get a Pixie Mesmerist to put out. And there's a Hungry Wolf that the villain's going to have. 3 damage, 1 health. I'm also going to discard these 2 to put out one of my Forest Trolls. So she has a 4. Her priority is a first. Forest Troll's priority is 3. So the Hungry Wolf is going to do a single damage. It's going to do 3 damage to the Pixie Mesmerist. But Pixie Mesmerist also does 1 damage to the Hungry Wolf. We kill each other. So these 2 are going to go away. I'm glad I put this out here because now the Forest Troll is ready for battle. There are no minions to attack. So the Forest Troll is going to do 5 damage to Cullen, bringing him down to 10. Sort of how Deck of Wonders will play. The idea is you pick this game up, maybe like I said, 10 to 20 minutes, but it's like 10 to 15 normally. You can play a quick game, or if you're like me, if you lose, you jump right back in because you want to try again. The whole idea is it's you pick it up, it's quick, but it's quick, it's satisfying, but also it tells a story, and it's augmentable. That's a word, right? It's augmentation. It can be augmented. There's going to be stickers and markings and things that you can put on the card showing that you've met certain objectives. If you do certain things a number of times, you could put this sticker on the card that now you permanently have this ability, things like that. So it's going to tell a story, but it's going to grow along with it. And like I showed you before, I got stacks on stacks of just the legacy content right there. We doing it legacy style. So I said it's a single player primarily, but you can play with 2 players. But like I said, it's gonna grow, and there's other villains. There's Cullen, there's Aurora, there's Byzantis, the Enthraller. Wow, you have to really enthrall people a lot to be nicknamed the Enthraller. That's serious. That is a quick little example of how Deck of Wonders would play. I like it. I think it's fun. I'm not really a legacy game kind of person, just because I like playing a lot of different things, and I might find it hard to get people to the table to play a traditional legacy game that might take an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever. Not that it's not fun, but I really haven't delved into a lot of legacy stuff. But something I can pick up, play by myself, get enjoyment out of it, that's going to grow and unlock new content. I like that. So this Deck of Wonders, it's up on Kickstarter. I think it's only up there for maybe a couple more days. Deck of Wonders combines 2 things that you normally wouldn't think will go together: a quick single player focused card game that grows. I think Dennis has done a fine job crafting this game. So that is Deck of Wonders. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, check out the Kickstarter. If you think something you would like, you should support it. That's going to do it for me. Thank you for watching. Wear a mask. Stay safe. Be blessed.